Well, as I noticed when I took my and downloaded all my videos that I did yesterday, GoPro, I guess, decided to glitch, and I lost about half of my videos yesterday. They just wouldn't download into my computer. I noticed the camera was glitching a little bit here and there. It was doing some weird stuff on the screen. Well, at least I have all this work to do, and I can show you what it decided not to show you. GoPro 9, you're not my hero. The only downside of it all is all the money I got invested in the GoPro 9, the GoPro 7, all its accessories and everything. I could have gone out and bought a nice DSLR or whatever they are, and had money to spare. Which is probably an avenue I'm going to be looking into. I'm probably going to go ahead and get maybe one of those nice Sony little handhelds that I see other YouTubers use or whatever. So that'll be coming up here in a little bit. I'm going to probably be changing cameras. I'm tired of losing footage and everything else. But yeah, I've got to finish this up over here, and which means I have to cut more panels. And I'll show you how I do that, since GoPro decided to delete that whole section of my videos yesterday. So let me get set up to if you have a problem with your piece of wood dropping below your outrigger there, like mine is, just take a little piece like this, it's only temporary, just lay it across there like that. That way when you cut that one piece, it'll just coast right along that one, and it'll ride right along. Here, I'll show you. Now let's see if I can get this in the same track. Gonna have to cut my lane. Let me go get that measurement. Now, seeing that I don't, my table saw can't obviously span this half of the board. I'm gonna have to free cut this, but it doesn't matter because it's gonna be covered by the routed edge anyways. Alrighty then, let's go see what we got here. And this is one that I'm going to have to notch the windowsill. See, I'm going to have to notch this in order for the panel to go in behind it, because it's going to be buttoned to this now. And it's going to go in behind this one. So let's get you down here. You can probably watch what I'm doing here. Get you out of the way here. Okay, well, now what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to notch this panel here. Let's get you over here. There we go. I'm gonna have to notch this panel to this window here. So what I gotta do is, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna notch the windowsill, and then I'm gonna cut an L out of this one panel, in order for it to slide in behind this one. So what I'm doing now is I'm just marking the windowsill, how far back I gotta cut it. Take my cut-off tool. Sorry for the noise. So yeah, slide in behind there right, nice and tight now. Okay, so now I gotta figure out draw my 1/4 inch mark. Because I know that this is going to go behind this one 1/4 inch. So from that edge to the edge of this windowsill skirt is 2 9/16. So I'm going to mark this at 2 9/16 from this line, because I don't want this to go more than 1/4 inch behind this one. 2 9/16 from that line. And then and make sure I know where I'm at, where it's going to go into the baseboard at 7/16 of an inch. Mark this at 7/16. Now I know that I can pull up from the top of this baseboard, because that's where that line is, up to here. That's 13 3/8. Mark this at 13 3/8. Now I can pull from the bottom because I have my mark. So now I can make 13 3/4. And this was 2 7/16, or 2 9/16. Well, no, I could, because I already know I have my mark, so I can just pull from there. 2 13/16. I was right. 2 13/16. And that will be carried all the way up to the top of the panel. 2 13/16. 2 13/16. Draw a straight line there. I'll take this back to the table saw and I'll cut it. Notch it out. Okay, I'm back. Now let's see if it fits. That out. I've already notched this behind here. Pull it up just a hair. So it's good and tight underneath here. Pull it up. Look at that. Fits like a glove. All right. Let me see here. I might have to. Yeah, I'll have to take a little bit off the top of this one. All right, now it fits. The reason why I had to take a little bit out of the top of this is because I cut this at 49 3/4. And it's supposed to be, it was supposed to be, because the floor rises on this side. And so the measurements get smaller and smaller because the floor is going up. Anyway, it's 49 1/2, not 49 3/4. So I'm ready to pop this top panel, this top piece off. And glue this piece, glue and tap this piece in. Alright. And one more time. Draw a pencil line so I know where to put my spray glue. get my spray glue. Oh boy, here we go. I already had it here, hiding it on myself. So, the reason why I'm using spray glue, contact cement, is so that once I get it on here, I don't have a bunch of nail holes in this to hold it against here, for one. Because those nails sort of wiggle loose after a while, and it'll allow for this to be glued to the drywall and give it the panel won't move. It won't give it a hollow sound. It'll be solid to the back of this, and it won't move, it won't shift. So that's a good thing. I put a little extra glue along the edge here. Glue this. Make sure it's good and tight against here, which it is. And for those of you that are wondering why I didn't give time for this contact cement to set up before I put it on there, so I can move it. I let it set up and then try to put this on. Once it touches, it's in there. It's good. I'm not peeling it off. Without taking, half the drywall with it. So get it in there while it's wet, and you can move it, move the panel and everything. Okay. Now, we're ready for this piece. See how nice and tight that is? See how pretty that is? Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay. Mark over 16 inches. Okay. Now what I'm going to need is, I'm going to need my laser line level, because I'm going to want to make this upright. Good to the eye. Got a new pouch here, it's hard to get used to. Let me go get my laser level. Okay, I got my laser line level. Go ahead and okay. Now see, it's a good thing I did that. See how far off I was? Almost a 1/4 inch. So, what I gotta do is tap this over just a little bit. There we go. Now I know where I need to be. I'll just mark it right there. Get rid of this. Make sure I get this glued here. Shut this up, he's blasting me in the eyes. And it's not a good thing to have lasers in your eyes. It can damage the retina. Nice and flush. Using a 23 gauge, so it leaves a tiny hole. Just putting a few 23 gauge along here just to add a little extra security. I don't want that popping out later on. Okay. For the next one. Yep. Cut it at 43 3/4, supposed to be 43 3/8. We go cut this, I'll be right back. Now, some of you might be wondering why I rabbited all this out and everything. I think I've explained it a little bit earlier, but with GoPro deleting some of my videos from yesterday, I don't know what I've got on here or not. But anyways, I rabbited it out so that I can put these panels in, because all the casing and the door trim, is a certain thickness, and the homeowner wants all of what I'm putting on and what's existing to be the same. They don't want me to put the panel behind the door casing or behind the window casing or any of that, because they don't want the reveal on the jamb side, and they don't want they don't want us to put a strip in there to fill it out in order for us to do that. So I have to rabbit it out in order for the panels to work. Normally what we would do is just put make the wainscoting and just leave the drywall and paint the drywall, but this homeowner doesn't want drywall, they want wood panels. So this is about the only way that I can make this work. And I'm mortising both ends of my uprights so that they sit flush on the baseboard and you know, the header on the risers here. So that's why I'm doing it. I mean, you see other guys that do wainscoting, they pocket screw the back sides of them, make it all in one piece, and then put it up on the wall and nail it off and everything. But yeah, that's fine because they have drywall behind it. Or they have an application where they can put the panel in full sheets behind the wall and build out everything, you know, with bigger trim. But that's already been, you know, like a pre-thought of what kind of trim that they're going to be putting in the house. This is the kind of trim that they're putting in this house, and I can't put any bigger trim than what we have. So I have to make everything work, and this is how I can make it work. And it's a lot more work, but the end result is what they want. So, and it looks good. So here's my next panel. If it's fine, just fine and dandy. All I gotta do is spray glue this one in and put another upright and finish this out, and this corner will be fine. Let me put you over here. I'll probably time lapse the rest of this. There we go. 23 gauge, so it goes through here and penetrates the panel from the back there, so the panel won't want to shift even with the glue on there after years and years down the road. Maybe the glue will disintegrate or whatever, hopefully not, but this way, this will assure me that this panel won't shift this way and adjust this inside corner at all. So I'm just going to put a couple of nails down here so it holds it from shifting. And now all I have left is this piece here. Put the top on, and then I can put the 1.5 ledger board on top, and then this section will be done, except for one piece over there. Now when the cabinets show up, they can stack all their cabinets here, and they won't be in my way. Get rid of this tape. Okay. Two and a half. 2.5/8. Okay, I'll make it 2.5 to 2 5/8 all the way down. All right, let's see if it fits. Nice tight fit is what we want. There we go. Now I can pull the nails out of this one, the glue, and fasten this up here, and then I'll be ready for the 1.5 ledger board. Okay. Son of a gun, I forgot it. Not yet. Get you up here. See what I'm doing here. And what I'm doing is I'm tacking this side so that I can tap that in. So it's flush. The nails will hold it in once I get it to that point. And now what I can do, now that I got it flush to this side, I can put nails on the other side and it'll keep it from moving. Just double check that. Yep, and that's called stitching. Stitching the joint. At least that's what I call it. Y'all might call it something different. You know. Can you believe that this little box of nails right here cost almost $10? Just this little tiny box of nails, almost $10. This one here is $8.50. Just these little tiny nails, that's all they are. Crazy, man. This tub of wood glue right here, I'm not sponsored by these people. Wish I was, but about 2 years ago, this was only like about $3-4 bucks. It's $9.50 now. Crazy, people. Inflation. Okay. I'm gonna have to notch out the back side of this. There we go. All right, we're done with this corner. Nice tight corner all the way down, tight to the door casing. Painters will be happy, so will the homeowner. Okay, all I have to do is start cutting these uprights here, get these done. Okay, got all my measurements. I'm gonna go get the material, I'm gonna cut them, and I'll bring you back. Okay, well, I got all the ledger boards cut. Let me show you what I'm talking about. It's just a 1x2 that sits right on top here. And they have me dog ear the corners. And just secure that to the top. And then that's a finished product. Here, I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you a blast for the past. Do you know what that is? And it's got all my original music on it too. I just found it last night. So I charged it up and it took a charge. So I'm sitting here jamming out on some of my music I used to listen to back then. But yep, all I gotta do is put the ledger boards on all this here. And this section will be done. I'll bring you in to something else here in a little bit. Maybe I'll put you on time lapse or something. I'll do that on a GoPro 7 because the 9 it isn't very good time lapse. Okay, I thought I'd bring you in on this little segment because I had it on video yesterday, but it's one of those things that this camera decided to delete, I guess. So I'll put this in. I cut my panel to width, and I'm fitting it in there. I made a 1/4 inch mark because that's all the further behind this one here that's upright. I'm going to go back behind is a 1/4 inch. Put it in place. Go up to my pencil mark. I know this is plumb because I already laser leveled it. I draw myself a pencil line right here along this edge. And I draw a pencil line along the top. That'll give me my measurement points. Now I can mark on this board where this box is, which will be 7 1/8 and 11. So I move over here, it'll transfer that over here. 7 1/8. What did I say that was? 11. 11. Then I go to here. This is my top mark. It's 11 1/2 to 15 1/2. 11 1/2. 15 1/2. Alright, 7 1/8. And 11. Now I know that all I have to do is cut out this box. It's measured over 7 1/8, 11, 7 1/8, 11. I noticed that you were out of focus, out of frame here. 11 1/2, 15 1/2, 11 1/2, 15 1/2. Now I'm going to straight edge that so I know exactly the mark, where to cut. There's my box. That's how I cut that out. Use my cut all tool. Now let's see if it fits. Back on the pencil line. Pencil line up here. And look here. There we go. Plain of beauty. And I do that to every electrical box we got here, light switch box or whatever we got. While I was editing this footage that on the wainscoting, I've been fighting to give you guys as best content as I possibly can, and as much of it as I can, and trying to cover just about everything I can as far as what I do and how I do it, and as much of it, because I think if you were trying to tackle one of these jobs yourself, that you would probably like to see as much or learn as much of it as possible, so you can take that and apply it to what the job that you're doing. But I know you hear me complain a lot about GoPro and you know what the footage that I've lost and everything else, and this is another case. That last segment that I just did showing you how to cut out the light switch box, that was because GoPro the day prior to that decided to delete almost half of my, or decided not to record probably my my segments. So when it come time to edit it, I didn't have the material to give to you, and such the case, I had to explain how to cut the electrical box, the light switch box out the following day. I'm glad I was able to do that. So you can get an idea of how I do it, and if you can implement that into what you do, then that's good. I hope you can learn from it and utilize it. But then right after I did that, GoPro decided to not record. And the funny thing is, GoPro is showing me on the camera that it is recording. It's got the red light on. It's got both screens on. Well, the back screen, dies out after a certain amount of time because I don't want to wear down the battery. But the front screen is on all the time, and it shows that I'm recording. It shows that it's taking footage. It's counting down on the the countdown and everything. It's doing everything it's supposed to do, and it doesn't even give me a chance to even know that it's not recording or it's not doing something until I come to the point of downloading. The day's already done, and I'm downloading this stuff into my computer, and it's not there. Then I go to edit, and it's not there. It's quite frustrating because you do all that work, you try and do the best you can to provide you guys with all the footage that I could possibly give you. Because I'm sure you'd like to watch it anyways, and see the progression of this job. And I can't do that if I can't record it to show you that progression. So there's times in this, until I get a new camera, that you will see parts of the job jump from one part of the job to the other part of the job, and sections of it that you didn't even see get done. And that's the reason why, is because the footage just obviously went somewhere. It went to GoPro land or something, who knows. Some mystical camera land or something. But anyways, such the case with this here, and I'm sorry for the lost footage. I guess the next segment on that I'll be showing you, probably edit tomorrow, is I'll be going into the foyer. So you miss all the 2 walls that I had recorded, so they can see the whole master room, the great room, in completion. Well, you can't, because I don't have that footage. So, with undue rest, as I always say, because doing this will always keep you on your toes. I'm sorry for that. There's nothing I can do. My hands are tied. But I hope what I do show you, you're able to learn from it, and that you enjoy it. And until I get a new camera, then, which I'm probably going to order tonight. I'm done with this. I'm done with this GoPro mystery camera stuff. I want a good camera that I can rely on, that everything I record is going to be there. So, enough ranting about cameras. This will be the end of this video. I hope you got something out of it, and I will try and edit the foyer segments tomorrow. Now with the foyer segments that I have coming up, it also includes the first 3 steps. We finally got finalized or approved for what I did to it, so I can carry on and get those first 3 stairs taken care of. Because that's crucial. If I get those first 3 stairs done, then I can get the wainscot around them, and then when the foyer is done, I can work my way up the stairs from that point. So, well, I hope you enjoy it, and I really thank you very much. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you taking an interest in what I do for you. I can only hope that I get better with new and hopefully better equipment. I hope that's the case. I hope I can bring you better content and more complete jobs, more complete videos, so you get to see, from point A to point B of what I do without any segments missing. So, with that, I'm going to say good night and have a good day. I'll see you on the next one.